Aloha, my name is Lake Cummings. I work in the Alumni Relations Office, and we have a co-host here today. Her name is...
Aloha, my name is Kasaya Bourne. I am a student here at BYU. I am majoring in elementary education, and I work at the Women's Services and Resources Department, and I'll also be the host as well.
Yes, great. Nice to have you, Kasaya.
Thank you.
Welcome to our Genuine Goal podcast for today. It's episode 13, and we are highlighting the Women's Services and Resources Department. We're grateful for all of you who are joining us today live, and we'd like to, at this time, share a few announcements that we have. First of all, our student recruitment team will be in Tonga next week. So those of you in Tonga, our wonderful alumni and prospective students, please be on the lookout for those events. We'd love to have you there. Secondly, we'd like to talk about the Iosepa. It will be sailing after 8 years of not sailing. We are finally going to be sailing it again next week. So grateful for that. And it will be at Hukilau Beach on June 1st. So those of you in Laie or who want to come and see that wonderful event, it will be in the morning, I understand, and for the community. So thank you for those who made that possible. Okay, at this time, we'd like to now introduce some of our guests for the Genuine Goal podcast for today. We've invited Brother and Sister Nye, former missionaries here at BYU Hawaii, to be our guests, along with our current missionaries, recently called the Spilkers, Elder and Sister Spilker. So first we'll bring on Brother and Sister Nye, and we'll have them share with us a little bit about their time here at BYU Hawaii as missionaries. And also, before that, tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Aloha, everyone.
Everybody.
We are missing Hawaii. We are now known as Brother and Sister Nye, formerly Elder and Sister Nye. And we've been home for 2 weeks. A little bit about us. We've come home to our home in Eden, Utah, which is about an hour and a half north of Salt Lake. And for those of you enjoying the warm weather, it did snow briefly yesterday here in Eden.
Oh, shucks.
So it's still spring to some degree.
We don't envy you.
Just a little bit about us. We have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl, no grandchildren yet, but we did come home to a large family, 40 nieces and nephews.
Wow.
That is a
still
lot.
growing.
And still growing.
So my background for many years was technology, business, and sales and marketing.
Wow.
And Sister Nye's background was many years of teaching, counseling, education, and administration in the school system. Mm-hmm. So we did feel that we were a good fit for Women's Services and Resources, and we absolutely loved our time there in our 2 years on our mission. So thank you for introducing us and inviting us.
Thank you, Elder Nye, Brother Nye.
That'll be getting used to, won't it, Lay?
Yes, for sure.
So, Sister Nye, tell us a bit about the Women's Services and Resources Department.
You bet, Kasaya. As you will tell, we're super passionate about women's services and resources. And it's about 2 years old. When we came, we had the wonderful opportunity to open this department. And we have to give a shout out to LJ Sikahema, who, give a shout out to LJ.
Aloha, LJ.
He is the one that really wanted women's services and resources. And I love that. And also he was the one, besides the Lord, that wanted us to come to Hawaii. And a little bit about the department. It really is a networking department. It's a department that really helps all students, but we do focus on women. And we also help them, if we can't help them personally, we are a warm transfer to other departments. So Kasai, when they come in with personal issues and things like that, Women's Services can help do a lot of things, and we will do that. And then if we cannot, then we do that warm transfer. And so some of the services that you'll see come out of Women's Services would be the one-on-one consultations that people would like to visit with us about women's health. Women's mental health is a big focus. Dating safety is huge. Of course, we want to keep all of our women safe on campus. So that's been a big focus. Support for our young mothers and their little families,
Awesome.
parenting, life transition from school, from mission, from being single to being married as a transition. So a lot of our events and activities are focused on a lot of those informational learning things that would help maybe a woman in their life on campus and then later. So those are just a few of the things, Keziah, that women's services can do.
Awesome. That's awesome to hear, all those services that the department provides and everything that you guys have done as well. And I know that you have done a lot of events, hosted a lot of events through the 2 years that you served here. So I know we have a couple of pictures we'd like to share
You
of
bet.
some awesome memories that you built here at in Hawaii at BYU. And so we're just going to pull those up for a minute. So tell us a bit about these pictures right here.
Well,
I'll do that.
those were not our most favorite days. Those were when we were going home.
Oh, I
Actually,
love the lace.
both our Aloha Ois. We had so much fun and felt so much love from everyone in the community and
Yeah,
and
students.
everyone on the campus.
Yeah.
It was such a wonderful experience for us to be able to be there and to serve and to be able to open this department for the campus.
Yeah.
So fun pictures, but not our favorite days. Thank you.
And I know that we've done a lot of events, so we have some pictures of the events that you've hosted, just some of them. And so tell me your top 3 events that you guys have done.
Okay.
Elder Knight,
You know,
she said only 3.
I know.
Only
We could
3.
probably go on and on
I
with,
know.
with our events.
Yeah.
Just to share, just quickly, we feel that we calculated before we left that we either hosted or co-hosted, along with so many other departments on campus, close to 200 events
Oh
in
my
the
word.
2 years that we were there.
It's a lot.
So
Wow.
Sister and I kept us busy in our report on Sunday in our ward.
I got to watch that.
Oh, Lay, that's
Thank you,
awesome.
Lay.
Thank you.
I shared that some days it felt like work, but then I corrected myself and I said every day it really felt like work, but it was work that we absolutely
We
loved.
loved it.
We loved every minute of it. So just a couple of the activities that we did. Probably our 2 biggest activities. The first being the mental health petting zoo, where we actually
That
brought
was
live
amazing.
Oh, I
live
saw
animals on
that.
campus.
So many students came.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was almost a full day activity.
Mhm.
And it just was so wonderful to see so many smiling faces and to see that these animals really can and do help with our overall mental health. So that was one of our great events. Another one shortly before we left was the Light Within Her Women's Conference.
And our own Lay was part of
Yes.
that, Lay.
Yes.
And so many of
Good.
you participated and were
We loved
guest speakers in that event. That was an all-day event as well, where we had 16 special guest speakers come and present so many different topics. And what a wonderful event that was. And then another fun thing that we did fairly regularly, I guess, was fun during finals, when everyone was kind of heads down, getting ready for all the finals. We just
Yes.
wanted to lighten things up just a little bit and just set up different booths around campus and just do some real fun activities that were just fun for everyone to participate in.
Keziah, can I give one big initiative that we started? Okay, and we're just praying and hoping that all goes well again as the Spilkers take over, Keziah, and you take over, is free feminine products on campus for emergency use, not just to give away. And I have to tell you, that was one of our biggest attended event to actually do the survey. So BYU Hawaii research had us do a survey that we were able to get 800 surveys for the campus. And so we're just really excited as that's moving through. It's got a positive flow, and we're excited about that. Keziah, we're excited for you to tell us it's happened. And it would be just awesome for our women on campus, to have that.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your top 3 events. I'm sure that you have so much you want to share with us.
Yeah.
And just wanted to ask, with all those events that you guys went through and planning and just working in the department, was there any significant trials that you went through? I'm sure there was a lot, but was there any that stands
We were
out to
on
you?
our knees a lot. How about
Yes,
that?
we
Keziah?
were.
We were on our knees a lot. That was good.
It was, I guess the trials were, we just didn't understand everything as missionaries coming in.
Yeah, just new.
You just don't understand the processes and how everything works on campus.
Yeah.
And it was so good though to have these relationships that then began to happen,
Mm-hmm.
that everything started to fall into place just a little bit better. So
and again, a shout out to LJ. He was just so open-minded and open with us to just allow us to create. We had 2 other wonderful student workers. Keziah's brand new and so proud of her, but we had Gracie Mezier, and we also had Sierra Allred, who helped us so much. And so
wonderful.
yeah, so
Yes.
some of those trials were just really settling in, Keziah.
yes, and they helped us through all that.
Yeah, they did.
As you did, Keziah. Yes.
That's awesome to hear.
And I guess with any new area, new department, it takes some time.
It does. It does.
Definitely, we appreciate all that you did. I know there were lots and lots of activities, and I saw that from our office in the Aloha Center, and even got benefited from several of those events, So thank you
You bet.
for all that you did for all of our students, and all of the student workers that worked with you. All that they did too.
Yes.
And
Oh,
and
and
our shout out
Shout
to
out.
our interns and all of the many volunteers that just came into our office and said, we want to help and we want to volunteer.
Yeah. And the shout out to Be Digital. It's a class, Keziah.
Yes.
It's a class on campus that when we first started, Sister Spilker was fabulous.
Sister Springer.
Sister Springer. Sorry, Sister Spilker. Sister Springer and Springer was fabulous to allow us to use her students and their talents to help this brand new department.
Very helpful.
Yes, I know. It was Anne that actually said, "Hey, Lay, you need to have them on a."
Is that right?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
We
They're
love
just amazing, So again, what you're doing, how you've helped our students in many ways, and even cheering them up around finals. I got some of those ice cream bars, as you passed out along the way. That was so thoughtful.
You bet.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your guys' journey and experience in the 2 years you served here. I know we could talk forever about everything you've done, but thank you for sharing just a little bit with us and everyone that is watching. So now we'd like to bring on Alda and Sister Spilker.
Thank you for allowing us.
Yeah, thank you guys. Mahalo. We'll see you guys soon.
Hang on, we're going to bring you back. All right. Aloha, Elder and Sister.
Aloha.
It's good to meet you. Now, how long have you been here on campus?
Just shy of 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
Very fresh.
Still
Yeah.
very green.
I'm so excited to be a greenie missionary. I didn't forget to do that.
Now came all the way from where now?
We come from St. George, Utah.
Oh, great. So you brought a little bit of the sunshine.
Yeah. A little bit of the sunshine, but no rain, no humidity.
I don't have any of that to spare in St. George.
Oh, good. Well, we want to get to know you a little better. So please, I know you have some pictures too that you can share with us.
Okay.
Yes. So please tell us more about yourself.
Do you want to do family or?
Sure. So Mike and I Elder Spilker and I have 5 children, and we have 14 grandchildren, and they are our favorite people in the whole world.
7 boys and 7 granddaughters.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And there's some of them, not all of them, but we love to get together with them as much as we can and spend as much time with them as we can. Anyone who's a grandparent knows that being a grandparent is just the most amazing thing in the world. So,
We're looking forward to adopting a new family of youth here on campus.
That's right.
So far, all the students that we've met have been just amazing. It's just incredible, from all over, and they just seem like the cream of the crop. And we've only been here shy of 2 weeks, but we've definitely learned about the aloha spirit that's here.
Oh, that's
that's
awesome to hear. Well, I know you guys just said you came in 2 weeks ago, but how are you guys transitioning from coming from St. George, Utah to Hawaii with being on the mission and working in the WSR department?
Well, it's been, there's a lot to learn. And, we definitely had some moments where we feel pretty overwhelmed. The Nyes were amazing at what they did. And, but because they were so good, I feel like they have it so set up well for
Organized.
us. Yeah, it's so
And we have
organized.
Kasaya.
Woo!
He's
Kasaya.
amazing. So we've been just juggling, trying to get computers set up and figure things out, and actually continue with, some of the activities and scheduling meetings, and it's been great.
Yeah,
It's always great to be busy, right?
Yeah, well, you guys are doing an amazing job. Like, honestly, I'm so happy to be working with you guys, and you guys have been so calm and really supportive, and we're just so happy to have you guys here with us.
Well, it's just been amazing to see what women's services is all about and everything that's been done. I just feel so blessed to be part of this. Like, it is an amazing program. And in fact, I have a hard time describing what it really is to people. And I think the reason why is because there's so much that this department can do. And it reaches so many people in so many ways, a huge variety of ways. And I love that.
I mean, if I can add a comment, I've heard this from Elder Nye, Brother Nye. It's not just for women, right? It's for
Right.
everyone.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's great for everyone. Everyone can benefit
Yeah,
from
for everyone.
the services provided.
And just like you were saying, currently define what Women's Services and Resources Department is about. It's just never ending. We always have new things, sharing new things, learning new things. It's just endless, I feel like. And I just wanted to add that on what you're saying, Sister Spilka.
Yeah, the word resource is part of that, definition of our department is big. We just try and connect, and that's part of what we'll have to do as we get started, is just the networking and getting to know people, and the amazing thing, everyone that we've met, so willing to help, and we want to just add to that and be willing to help from our side to them. So
Yes, that's great. Now, when I met you earlier, Sister Spilker, your background is in counseling, right? Were you at a high school?
I was at a middle school.
Middle school?
Yes, I was a school counselor at Dixie Middle School in St. George. And we had a lot of opportunities, I feel like, to support students in some really different ways. We had a girls group that came in from, we call it the Dove Center. The Dove Center in St. George, for those who have never heard of that, is it's an organization that helps women who maybe are in danger. Maybe they've been abused by their partner at home. They've had to flee their homes for safety. And they would come in and do a once a week group in our school. And we could reach out to students that had some really traumatic things in their lives. And, they wouldn't have to talk about it in the group, but they would be able to have a safe place to talk about how to cope and gain skills. And I won't talk too much about my school experience. I'm getting off topic here, but I just have a real passion for women's issues, and I always had. I mean, my own mother was born in 1925, so she is, would have been 100 years old if she was still with us, and I always felt like she was very progressive when it came to teaching me to be a strong woman, and I feel so blessed for that. She was an example of a strong woman, and she taught me to be a strong woman. And I just want everyone to have that, and to feel a strengthened sisterhood too, with me and with other students. So yeah, I'm just very passionate about women's issues, and I just hope we can do everything possible to strengthen women and men.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you for sharing
wonderful.
that. Yeah, that is wonderful.
And Elder Spilker, your background is in accounting, right?
Yeah, public accounting.
Yeah.
So when I told people at home where I was going and what I was going to be doing, and they kind of scratched their heads. And I was curious too, but after coming here, I just it's just so obvious that two heads are better than one, and four sets of ears, and just working together is a lot more powerful than being alone. So.
Well,
Yeah.
and Elder Spilker's always been a good listener, and I think that makes him very well suited for this department.
Yes, I love that. Both of you are going to be a great team, and you're going to be wonderful addition here to the WSR.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Now we're
Thank
going to
you.
bring the Nyes back, if that's okay. And we're going to take a few comments that came through. I see a few here. Let's see here. Arun's going to help us find some good ones. Let's see. We're going to bring up one here. One of our former workers, Andrea George
No.
Hi,
from the Cook
Andrea.
Islands. Aloha.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
She's
thank you for your
amazing.
amazing work, brother and sister Nye. Yes. The students did notice. Yes. And also Kyla from our office too says, sharing love and aloha.
Is that my cute Kayla?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
we love you,
that's
honey.
Kayla. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. And yeah.
Yeah, we actually had someone who remembers taking that survey for the
Oh,
products. Yeah, that's
Kyla
awesome
did.
to hear that they remember that.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Very good impact.
Good
Yeah.
job. Good job. Yes. And, I know there are many other students that would share in all the wonderful things that they've benefited from the WSR, or just things that they've been a part of, those activities, part of those 200 activities.
Yeah, that is a lot. That's powerful too.
Yes. What do you want to share something that you've enjoyed, one activity that you've liked?
I've enjoyed many. I think one that I can think of right now is when we're raising awareness for breast cancer. And we had to wear pink just to represent just for the women that are going through that. And I know some women that are going through that, and it's just awesome that the students and the university can support, and that the Women's Services and Resources Department provided a booth, and just for people to learn about it, because I know some were not sure what it is and what the color represents. And just for them to share their love with any of those who are going through that. And I really loved that event, and it really stand out for me when this department held it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kasaya.
Kasaya. Pink out day. Pink out day.
Yeah, it
Pink
was
out.
awesome.
By the way, Kisaya got a shout out here.
Oh, my
Yay!
brother.
Kisaya.
It's good to know my family's watching me and
Yeah.
supporting.
That's awesome.
All the way in New Zealand, huh?
Yes, all the way from New Zealand.
That's so
Awesome.
good. Well, I'll just mention one thing that I was grateful to be a part of. I was looking for a haircut, and I walked out to the front there, and they were, offering free haircuts to all the students. And thankfully, I was able to be part of that little group. And I didn't realize that, was it Paul Mitchell?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Paul Mitchell
Yeah.
comes every year annually. They had been coming for a few years.
Mhm.
And I talked to one of the stylists, and she says, I just love your students. They're just the nicest students here, I'm very grateful. And I said, oh, some of them probably never had a haircut before.
Yeah.
No,
True.
or
Yeah, can't afford it, so it's awesome
Can't
that we
afford it.
can provide
especially
that.
from a really great,
With
place to
self-care
have your
day.
salon, yeah, to like yours, So it was a really nice day for students to get pampered a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of the focus too. You think that you'd have to do all these informational events, which is awesome when we learn things like breast cancer. But self-care day was really to pamper, like you said, Lay, and just appreciate. We did a lot of men's haircuts, just a shout out to the men.
Yes,
We
yes,
did, but
yes.
it was just a self-care day to say, hey, I'm worth this. And it was awesome.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was great. Okay, so we have a few more. Oh, here's another shout out from someone that Kisaya knows.
Oh, my mom.
Oh, hey!
For the service for women, as we didn't have these back in our day. Proud of you, Kasai and the missionaries for this. Thank you, Mom.
Yes.
Thank
And
you,
we-
Mom.
Your mom
Wonderful
Rachel is an
support from
alum
your family.
of BYU Hawaii.
She is.
Yes, she was there at school when we
Is
were.
that right?
Is that right?
Yeah, wonderful.
I think my fiance was on here
Oh,
too.
your fiance also. Shout out.
Oh, thank you.
Lucky you. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Kasaya's fan club all showed
Yes.
up there. Wonderful.
I also just want to add in, last night we actually hosted an event for mental health awareness.
Mhm.
For the month of May, it's mental health awareness. And so last night we hosted a fitness class just to help everyone just connect with their bodies. And I just want to say thank you to Alden and Sister Spooker. They helped me, support me, and they did a great job. This was, I think, their second event with me.
Wow.
And so I just wanted to shout out to
2
them.
weeks and 2 events.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Putting them straight to work.
Shout out to the Spilkers.
Yeah.
Well, that's because Kasai is in charge.
I know.
He's the boss.
He's
I heard
awesome.
that Kisaya has a nickname, Messiah.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yes.
That's exactly how I remembered her name. It's like, okay, she's our Messiah. Kasai. All right. I got it.
Yes, exactly.
We love it.
Oh, great.
It's all about the students, isn't it?
Mhm. All
It
about
really
it.
is. When it
Absolutely.
comes down to it, it's
Yeah.
them learning, growing, and really helping to take care of them and looking after their needs.
And
So
Leah-
that they can be the best they can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lay, you're so right. It's that one-on-one or one-to-one connection. You can have a big event and that's awesome, but it's the one-on-one connection that really matters. Yeah.
Yes, that is very important.
Yeah. Maybe at this time, could we get a final remark from each of you before we close? This has been a great podcast, just hearing about the WSR and getting to know all of you better, and excited for what's to come.
Yeah. Do you want me to go
Wonderful.
first? You want me to go
Sure.
first?
The nice, and then we'll go to the Spilkers.
You bet. Just a quick WSR to us was just so we just felt really the connection to the women, of course, but all students on campus. And we just wanted to develop a sustainable department, a department that BYU Hawaii could be proud of, that the students could be proud of, but also is very useful and the resources were useful. So I'm hoping that will continue, and the Spilkers are awesome. Kasaya, you're awesome. So I am
Thank
excited
you.
about that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I'll just add, I want to thank everyone over the last 2 years and certainly ongoing, all of those in the community and the campus, students, faculty, everyone that has supported everything that we've been doing. We felt so much love and felt so much support that has added to the overall success of Women's Services and Resources. Kind of hard to be home for the two of us, but the love we felt, the memories we have will last a lifetime. And we're so appreciative of that. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Elder and Sister Spilker.
I'll go first. I just want to thank the NICE for doing such a great job getting this department set up and rolling. We promise to do our best to keep it rolling. And thank Lay for giving us this opportunity to highlight the Women's Services and Resource Department.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I just have to say ditto to what Elder Spilker said. The brother and sister and I, you have just done such an amazing job. And I don't think I've talked to anyone who didn't say, oh my gosh, the knives were so amazing.
That is very true.
And, I think my goal might be to just help people understand what is available. I can't even count how many times in my life I've said, oh, if I would have only known
Yes.
this. And
Sure.
so I just hope that we can continue to get the word out there that there are so many resources for whatever it is that you're faced with at the time. At the moment.
Mhm.
And even if it's just somebody to talk to, and that's
Mm-hmm.
that can help too. I mean, how many times have we been in a conversation with someone, and by the time we finish talking, we've already solved it ourselves, just
Sure.
because we
Sure.
were able to verbalize it. And
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, that's what
Thank
my
you.
vision is. Let's just get
Yeah.
this out there. Let help.
That's a great mission.
Thank you.
Good mission.
Yeah, thank you guys for sharing just your thoughts and what you think and just everything, your journeys here and what's to come as well. I'm so grateful that I got to work with the Nyes before they left. So I got to have a little bit of time with them, and that was awesome. They did some awesome supporting and training as well. Shout out to Gracie. I know she's not on this, but she did amazing, and she really did set the standard high. So I was a little bit nervous, but with her training with me, I felt really good, and so I'm really grateful for her as well. But I'm excited to work with our new missionaries now, to get to know them more, work with them, and support all the students here on campus. This is a learning journey for me, and I'm just so excited to be in this role and that I can help support the students on campus here at BYU.
Thank you, Keziah.
Awesome. Awesome.
We love it. Oh, geez. Thank you for everyone for those comments and for all that you've done here and all that you will do here in this wonderful department. We're excited and grateful at the same time.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This girl is amazing, isn't she? Listening to her and yeah, just amazed at what she's sharing and what she'll continue to do to help the Spilkers
Yeah.
in that
We
area.
agree.
Okay. Well, thank you for being our guest today. We
Thank you for
will.
the invitation.
We
Yes, thank you
we love it.
guys.
It's great to see you again, brother and sister.
Yeah. So good to see you. Mahalo.
Stay
Mahalo.
warm. Stay warm.
Yeah.
Thank
Stay
you.
warm. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Hello,
much.
thank
We love you.
Love you
We love
too.
you.
Please take care. Okay. Well, at this time, we'll wrap things up here for our Genuine Gold podcast. Grateful that you could join us today. Wonderful to get to learn more about the Women's Services and Resources Department and all the good that it's doing on campus for our students. And grateful to have Keziah here. She's
Thank you.
she's been a wonderful co-host. Don't you agree? And it's just neat. We always try to have an alumni element in it, and you know, I saw it in her parents who were here as students with me many years ago, and grateful for all of you here again that are watching. So thank you for joining us. Keziah, do you have any final comments to share?
Yeah, thank you everyone for watching our podcast and learning about the missionaries that have served here and who are serving here. We're grateful for all the support, and I'm grateful for my support from my mom and dad and my fiance and my family back home. But I'm so grateful to be working with Auntie.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me and helping me with this podcast and being the co-host.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Super fun. So anyway, thanks. Yes, our next podcast will be in June, so stay tuned there. And then again, we will look forward to having our recruitment team in Tonga. Look for Eddie Mayava and those that will be traveling with him, and our Iosepa on June 1st at Hokilau Bay. We send you a happy Aloha Friday and hope that you'll join us again next time. Have a great day and aloha.
Aloha.